Please welcome Gabrielle Turner.
Graveyards are some of the most valuable places in the world. They're filled with the dreams of unfulfilled people, cures and inventions, masterpieces never created, business deals never signed, relationships never reconciled. When they lower you to the ground, let there be nothing but a shell. Die empty. Hi everybody, my name is Gabrielle Turner and I want to die empty. Over the summer, I attended a leadership camp, and the topic that moved me the most was this idea of dying empty. The camp counselor who described his experience was involved in an accident. He was in a rodeo. I don't know why he was in it. He fell off his horse and was bucked in the back of the neck. Years later, he would black out from sneezing. Every time he'd black out, he'd be like, man, that was a good one. He finally listened to his wife, and he went to the doctor. Doctor came back with some results. Doctor says, why are you alive? You should be dead. Why are you living? Just imagine sitting in the doctor's office and someone asks you, why are you alive? So now I ask you, why are you living and how are you living? My spark came when I was 8 years old in the second grade, and it was fueled by the events that happened over the summer. You see, when I was 8 years old, my baby cousin died. He was 3 months old. As an 8-year-old in second grade, the idea of someone dying who was not at least 98 or 100 was unthinkable, especially the idea of a child losing their life. I thought I was going to live until I saw flying cars, until I could teleport to Disney World. Now that I'm 16, I realize how precious life is and how precious time is. This girl on YouTube said it best herself. Her name was Talia Joy 18. That's her screen name. She was 13 years old, and she recently just passed neuroblastoma. People would ask her all the time, are you gonna die? And she would be like, go, yep, and guess what? You are too. And you know what? That didn't stop her. She created a bucket list to help her keep living. And even after she died, her legacy lived on through those bucket lists. And that's when my mission happened. Over the summer, I was reflecting. I was reflecting on my last 2 school years. I'm like, man, what could I have done differently? Then I realized I was creating lists of, man, I wish I had done that, and man, I wish I should have done that, instead of saying, man, I'm really glad I went out and did that, and I'm glad I had this experience. And that's when I wanted to change. So I created a school bucket list for the next 2 years of high school. Some things I've done so far is, well, now I'm in my TED Talk. That's something I can cross off when I go home. I said hi to people or just waved to people in the hallways as I passed by. And I stood up the whole entire time during my pep rally because I wanted to have fun. So what does this new way of life mean? What does this living for myself mean to me? Well, it means, for one thing, I had to let go. And as a high school student and as a high school girl, the idea of not caring what people thought of me and not caring on how they viewed me was a little bit scary and it's slightly frightening. But I realized that in order to truly die empty and in order to truly enjoy my high school experience, I had to let go. I had to be confident in my own skin, and I had to want to really do it. So, it was the day of my pep rally. I had on my junior takeover shirt, had on my bandana, and I went to the gym, feeling good about myself. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stand up the whole entire time. And I did. My friends were nudging at me, and my friends were like, sit down, you're embarrassing me. I honestly did not care. I stood up the whole entire time, and I had so much fun. I walked out of the gym saying, that was great, and everybody was like, I didn't have any fun. Well, guess what? You were sitting on your phone the whole entire time, right? I had so much fun, and that's something I'm never going to forget. So far, I feel like junior year has been one of my favorite years because of my bucket list, because I wanted to do stuff, and because I wrote things down, and that became a pinky promise to myself. The reason I wrote things down was so I would feel accountable for my own actions. And as I crossed things out, it was like I was getting things released into the world that I was holding back. One thing this year that this bucket list has really helped me do is take risks. I've been able to say hi to people in the hallways no matter what, and you're probably like, why? Why is that even a risk? Have you been around teenagers lately? You can do the nicest thing and you'll get, what? Okay, whatever. And honestly, when I was a freshman, I remember sitting down in the hallway. This beautiful senior, she walked by, she flashed her bright smile, and she waved to me. First, I was like, she's waving at me, right? She was. Apprehensively waved back. 2 years later, I'm a junior, and I'm still thinking about that moment. She just waved to me. And then I started thinking over the summer, wow, I can wave, I can just smile, I can say hi, and I can change someone's day. And maybe they won't wave back to me immediately, maybe they'll think about it a little bit later. But maybe, just maybe, I'll start a chain reaction of kindness and niceness and just nice gestures. And I've been doing that this school year. Sometimes I get the occasional, what is she's being friendly, what? Sometimes I'll get, hi! But honestly, I don't care because it's something that I'm doing for myself. We're reading about transcendentalism in English, but I didn't really understand it. The thing that stuck with me the most, however, was this idea. In the book Walden, it says, I came to die, and I discovered I had not lived. Can you imagine that? You're about to die, and you realize you had not even lived. When I'm old and gray, I want to look back and say, man, I did a pretty good job. We have one shot on earth to get this right. One shot. Make it worthwhile. Everybody says YOLO, like, yeah, man, YOLO, I'm going to do it. But when we're given a true YOLO opportunity, you only live once for those who don't know. Are you going to take it, or are you going to watch it pass you by? Something else Drake said that was really famous was, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. We're all going to do it right. We're all going to die. Maybe you're not going to go home and go skydiving right away, but if you do, please tell me because I want to go one day. But maybe you're going to say, I'll call up that old friend that I haven't talked to in a while. Maybe I'll go and maybe I'll bake this cake, even though I know I'm not a good baker, but I've always wanted to try it. Maybe you can make a bucket list or tell someone so you can help, so they can help you and you can help yourself get the burning desire that you're scared of getting out there into the world. And let me tell you, you'll feel a lot better. I know what type of grave I'm digging. Do you? Thank you.